All right, let's hit the field.
All right.
Just wanted to talk, that's all.
Thursday, May 2nd, Yankees-Orioles, Game 4 of a 4-game set and the final game of a 7-game road trip for the Yankees. Carlos Rodon on the mound looking to continue his strong start to the season, but would he get any help from the Yankees bats? My recap, your reactions coming up next. This is NYY Recaps.
Welcome to Yankee Stadium.
Just when they thought I was out, they pull me back in.
How's it going, everybody? Well, if you were hoping the Yankees would score 6 runs in a 4-game series with the Orioles and lose 3 out of 4, I've got some good news for you. To everyone else, we're going to keep this moderately short today. I got a crazy evening. But I know a lot of people missed the game, and I wanted to give you a few key takeaways from what really was an awful day for the Yankees and not a good series at all. They lose 3 out of 4 to the now first place Baltimore Orioles. 3-4 road trip after taking 2 out of 3 in dramatic fashion to the Brewers. I say dramatic. It wasn't really dramatic. It was impressive. It was 15 runs in consecutive games. And then they come to Baltimore where, Aaron Judge has a history of hitting well, and, the Orioles just lost 2 out of 3 to the A's, and you're thinking, all right, let's do some damage. But it was not to be. Aaron Judge went 1 for 13 in the series. Yankees got 6 hits today, 2 of them by Juan Soto, 1 from Volpe. Volpe's swing, I feel like the loop is kind of coming back. The loop that he got rid of, that we gave him so much praise for getting rid of this spring and opening up the season swinging the bat so well. He's gone from that really short, abbreviated swing to you seeing a lot of big misses, right? A lot of that loopy shit. Carlos Rodon with a dud of a performance today. Absolutely brutal. 6 earned runs, 3 of them from home runs. But, hey, at least we got Alex Verdugo back from paternity leave. Strong DNA on that kid. Was born wearing 3 necklaces.
Oh!
Rodon actually had a great first inning. I watched a little bit. I was working foul territory at the time, and I was listening to that, so I didn't have the announcers on. I couldn't tell what they were talking about, but I was keeping one eye on the game. I caught most of it. And, Rodon had a very good first inning. The breaking ball was nasty. I saw some 97s on the velocity. And I said, all right, well, at least he came to pitch today. Even if we don't hit, it's going to be a tight game. And the Yankees actually jumped out to a 1-0 lead in the 3rd inning. Anthony Volpe with the leadoff double down the line, and then Rizzo with the RBI single. Very nice piece of opposite field hitting for him. But then the Orioles bounced right back and really never looked back. Rodon got 2 quick outs in the 3rd, and then served up a solo home run to Ryan Mountcastle. I actually thought that was a good pitch. It was down and in, it was below the zone. Just a great piece of hitting. The other one's not so much. Verdugo led off the 4th with his first hit of the series, first hit since coming back from paternity leave. But Oswaldo Cabrera immediately bounced into a double play. Double plays continue to haunt the Yankees this season. I was not counting on them hitting into this many double plays. We wanted them to cut down on the strikeouts. Let's bring the strikeouts back. Then maybe we won't have so many double plays. Anyway, another home run for the Orioles in the bottom of the 4th. This time, Jorge Mateo, former Yankee. Former Yankees just continue to punish the Yankees this year. J.P. Sears, Jake Bowers, now Jorge Mateo. First over-the-fence home run that Mateo has hit in over a year. Later in the inning, Ryan McKenna, another solo home run. His first home run of the season. 7th of his career in over 450 at-bats. So serving up some home runs to guys who are not power guys.
Hey, try not to give up any home runs on the way through the parking lot. Hey, you, get back here.
And from there, it was just a massacre. Yankees did get one more on a home run from Anthony Volpe. Sorry, from Gleyber Torres. Excuse me. But, Torres also made an error on an easy play that, Volpe was going up the middle. He stabbed it and made a nice, easy flip, chest high, maybe face high to Gleyber Torres, and he just dropped it. He was trying to turn the double play too fast instead of securing the ball. Just another bonehead play. I'm getting a little tired of him sucking on defense.
guy who does his job. You must be the other guy.
You know, I did the math. That's his 5th error in 33 games. He's on pace for 24 and a half errors this year. So, I mean, I did the math by hand. I hope this is right. So you put 5 over 33 equals X over 32. You multiply 33 times X, and then, or you get, no, 33X, and then you multiply 162 times 5, and then you divide that number by 33, and I came up with 24 and a half. That's what he's on pace for this year. My algebra has never been great, but that's not good. 24 and a half errors out of your second baseman, who's also allergic to turning double plays and hitting .218. He's certainly not having the kind of contract year that he was hoping for. Earl Demise with a super chat. Appreciate that. Says Judge is killing the team. It's brutal at this point. Yada, yada, yada. Missing. Middle. Yes, we know. He sucks. He's terrible. Obviously, not off to a good start. Thank you for the chat. Look, he is missing bad pitches. He doesn't look good. You just got to hope he turns it around. I mean, this is a guy with a track record. If somebody doesn't have a track record, it's easy to give up on him after a hot month. But I've watched enough baseball. I've seen enough slow starts. You know, Mark Teixeira used to have some brutal starts, you know, mid-May before he got going. And then in the summer, he was outrageous. You just got to hope that something like that happens for Judge. But yes, he's off to a tough start. And the weather was hot, so that's not an excuse today. Weather was hot in Baltimore. But anyway. Andrew Bramante says unwatchable year.
He must be the stupidest son of a bitch.
Dude, we're 19 and 12. 20 and 13. Sorry. I had to refresh my standings. 20 and 13. 7 games over 500 on May 2nd. We're doing fine. Guys, we're a game out of first place. We're doing fine. We're not unwatchable. Learn how to watch a baseball season. There are ups, there are downs. You take the losses. You feel sad about it for a little bit. You vent. You bitch about Glaber sucking on defense. You bitch about Judge's slow start. And then you move on to the next day. But to say they're unwatchable, come on. That's ridiculous. They're the first team in the American League to 20 wins. And they're without Garrett Cole. And without Jason Dominguez. And without Tommy Kahnle. And without Scott Effross. All guys who can help this team and will be here in the next couple of months. We've got nothing out of DJ LeMahieu. Practically nothing out of Aaron Judge. And we're still 20 and 13. Unwatchable? I beg to differ. I'm sorry. Mark Stenrose says, maybe Judge just needs a pair of Ricky Vaughn glasses. See, it ain't that important.
I'll be over here, like, winning.
Scoodilly Boop, great name, says, baseball season is 180 days of being bipolar. It's 180 days of ups and downs, and at the end of it, you kind of just see where you're at. You know, teams will win 3 in a row, lose 5 in a row, win 8 in a row. You really don't know what kind of team you have until after Memorial Day, which is still 25 days away. That's usually when GMs will look at their team and say, okay, what do we have? What are we missing? What do we need? And there's still a whole trade deadline to go through. And we know the Yankees are going to always be active if they're even close at the trade deadline. You know? So, tough game. Obviously, Judge, we want him to do better. I see a lot of frustration in the chat. He's now hitting under 200 again. And the Yankees will play the Tigers, who are 18 and 13. So they're off to a good start. I don't know if they're going to face Tariq Skubal. He was on foul territory today. He's unbelievable. He's got a sub-2 ERA. He's my pick to win the Cy Young. And I don't know if they're going to face him, but let's hope we miss him. So, going to be it's going to be a long year. You know, there's going to be some ups. There's going to be some downs. Let's just try and pace ourselves. Richard C. says, Judge needs protection. The save situation says the 3, 4, 5 hitters can be pitched to. And that's true. They can be right now. Ruben Reyes says, this team sucks. Enough with the excuses. What is your definition of sucks? Do they suck every time they lose a game? Are they not allowed to lose a game? Do they have to win 55 games for everybody to finally be convinced they're a good baseball team. Their winning percentage is over 600. That's good. They've got a plus 36 run differential. That's good for this point in the season. I mean, look at the Astros. The Astros are 10-20. We know they're a good team. Do we really expect the Athletics to hover around 500 this year? They're 15-17. The sample size is simply too small to make any snap judgments. White Sox 6-25. That one might be right. Guardians 20-10. The Red Sox have no pitching, and their pitchers are dominating. 4 out of 5 of their pitchers are injured that were projected to start in their rotation, and they've got the best ERA in baseball. It's like 2.03. It's too small a sample size, guys. Let's not get too emotional and say they suck and this guy sucks and let's trade that guy. Yes, Gleyber Torres sucks on defense. We know that. We've known that for a while. But just try not to get so down on your team after a loss and after a tough series. Let's just pick our heads up, support our guys when they come back home, and hopefully things will get better. Anyway. Richard says 30 of the 36 came from 2 games. I don't think it was quite that much. It was 15 to 5. That's 10, and then it was I'm talking run differential, right? The difference. So they've also had a couple of blowouts too. They've lost a couple of games pretty badly, including today by 5. So anyway. The save situation says he understands that they'll lose, but doesn't like how they lose. No one ever likes how you lose, right? And what is the preferred method of losing? I'd rather get smoked like we did today than lose a game that's winnable in the 9th inning. That's what bothers me. The offense, yeah, sure. We hoped for more from the offense. On the bright side, Soto's doing great. Rizzo looks like he's at least 75% of the player that he was before he got the concussion last year, which is pretty good. Stanton, at least he's got some power still and can surprise us once in a while. And every day we get closer to Garrett Cole walking through the door. So keep your head up, guys. That's all I'm trying to impart. Let's not be so critical of our team. I mean, it's one thing to be critical of their play, but to just, they suck and this and that. Let's be quality fans, right? Let's make Yankees fans great again. All right, ladies and gentlemen, a couple more.
I gotta get out of here!
Susie Melville says you make a great spokesman. I try.
You gotta go,
Pinstripe Pride, baby. Andy Williams says, I always start worrying around August. Too early to worry now. Exactly. Real JT says, sometimes as a Yankee fan, I hate Yankee fans. Look, patience is the hardest virtue to acquire, in my opinion, especially in today's instant satisfaction world. We all want that constant hit of dopamine. I feel like we're constantly searching for that next like, that next thumbs up, that next laugh, that next hit of soda, whatever. We're constantly trying to feel good. And when you lose, you got to sit with it for a day. And when you lose 3 out of 4, it hurts even more. And now we have an entire night because the game was a day game, so we have to sit with it tonight and sleep on it, and then sit through it all day tomorrow and think about how awful this game was, and then hope that they win tomorrow. But that's what sports is, hoping that tomorrow is better than today. So anyway. I'll catch you after tomorrow's game. Got a voicemail show tomorrow. I see the voicemails are already coming in. People upset. But let's try not to be too, try not to attack our guys too much, right? If we want to be critical and analyze why things are going wrong, that's fine. But to just be like, so-and-so sucks, or so-and-so's an idiot, or so-and-so yada, 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 and be serious about it, that's just a low effort take. Watch the baseball season, take everything in, watch this show, watch other podcasts, and come to reasonable conclusions of, what the Yankees can do better. I think it's fair to say that, You know, their hitting approach has gotten away from what was so good early this season. Volpe swinging out of his heels. Judge obviously still not right. We don't know if it's physical. We don't know if it's mechanical. We do know that he's been swinging through 93-mile-an-hour pitches right down the middle, which is not acceptable, but he's got to do something about it. He's too good to let that happen. I refuse to believe that he's lost it overnight. That just doesn't happen to players of his caliber. So it's coming. It's just a matter of when and how. But guys do have down years, and it's possible he has a down year. I mean, he doesn't hit 50 or 60 every year. He hit 39 home runs a few years ago. You know, maybe he is dealing with something physically and just not letting on about it because he knows how valuable he is to the lineup, or because he knows that if he misses any more time due to injury, fans are going to continue to boo him and be rough on him. So maybe he's playing through it. I don't know. I don't know what the answer is. Gleyber Torres, maybe he starts to come out of it with the home run today, but he's got to figure it out on defense. And when I play a soundbite, you know, saying like, oh, he must be the stupidest son of a bitch alive, I'm doing that in jest. I'm an entertainer. This is the entertainment business. I'm trying to get a laugh, a like, a subscribe. I'm trying to you know, create a fun show. I really don't think Gleyber Torres is stupid. He's a smarter baseball player than, you know, 99% of the world. But he's a tick below the average major leaguer, you know? And I just feel like as fans, we take it personally and we get aggressive towards these guys and towards our team, and it only creates a negative feedback loop. So let's try and this year really preach some patience, because the Yankees have an uphill slog. This is not a team that most people think are going to win the World Series. They've got to, you know, scrape and claw and scratch and try and win every ball game. And it's not always going to happen. And being down Garrett Cole, that makes it that much tougher. So, you know, hopefully things begin to turn around on this next homestand. Hopefully as the weather heats up, so does Judge, so does Torres. And hopefully Soto continues to stay hot. Hopefully Volpe can get back to that short swing that we all love. And until next time,